Hey there, Mario Karters and Frenzy fans. We've got a special episode of Strat Chat today. Unfortunately, Frenzy Fangirl, she's feeling a little bit under the weather, and so we're just going to be flying solo without her. But we've got our UK clan that's going to be joining today. So we're doing a little bit earlier. I just barely got off of work in Mountain Standard Time. And these guys are just about ready to go to bed over in the UK. So I'm glad that the things are working out. But yeah, so we've got Alex. Welcome, Alex.
Hey everyone, nice to see you all.
And we got Dan Ted, right? Is your in-game name. Welcome, Dan.
Yep, great to be here. Thanks for having me.
And also Ronnie Cash. How you doing, Ronnie?
Very good, thank you. And I must say we're all dressed beautifully. So thank you for allowing us to wear our wonderful garments today.
So tip of the hat to Ronnie Cash, because when we were coordinating getting the Strat Chat underway, he's like, "We gotta wear our ugly sweat."
No, that was Alex. That was Alex. That was his.
That Alex that said that?
That was the brains. The brains behind the plan was there.
That's right. Okay, and then you piped in saying, "Yeah, let's do it." Okay, so we should do a little round robin. I'll start off. So this is my ugly sweater, where I've got there's this app on the phone that you can plug into these shirts and sweaters that you can buy. And so we got a couple for Christmas, and so this is the creepy Santa kind of scoping everyone out.
It's so creepy.
Yeah, no.
Unfortunately, it's not gonna. Maybe if I lean back, there we go. While you guys are chatting Strat, I'll lean back so that we can all see Santa and his creepy eye.
I'd prefer it if you didn't actually. Please get close to the camera.
All right, so since it was your idea, Alex, you're next. What's up?
So last year, I don't know if you remember, we did pipe pulling party for the Santa Bowser for Christmas tour, and I remember I rocked a horrible Christmas jumper last year, so I was like, let's double down, let's do it again. So to be fair, I mean, mine's not too shabby. It's a penguin. It's got a nice little appendage on top, nice little bobble.
Does he have goggles on?
Yeah, so I think he's skiing.
Okay.
Rocking it. To be fair, if I sit like this, it just looks like a nice little fashionable Christmas jumper. You miss out on the hideous penguin.
Nice. How about you, Dan?
I wouldn't say mine's ugly. This is all I've got, really. I've had it 3 years and it barely fits anymore. Just a little pattern thingy.
I love it.
Not much else to
it. That's great. And then Ronnie, you got looks like
it's our prize winner.
Yeah, well, maybe not. I think when I used to be a teacher in my ex-career, I used to dress up as an elf for the festive season, and I'm sure I bought this for it, to dress up as one of Santa's little helpers. It's really warm, and we're having a bit of a cold front here in the UK, so any kind of layering is very useful. And it's got elf number 1 because that's me, and my daughter's got exactly the same. So whenever we go out anywhere, we like to rock it and look related even more so. So there we are.
That's awesome. I love it.
Leroy Jenkins.
Cool. Well, I know it's late there for you guys, so I think we should just kind of hop into the Strat Chat.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you guys saw our reaction video. That was one of the first things that we did. We kind of did things out of order. I mean, there isn't really any prescribed order when you're reacting to a tour, right? Everyone kind of opens and looks through the app however they want. One of the first things we did was after the shock of Wintertime's coin box. Then we went to go check out Ranked, and I think we all kind of had the same reaction when we got to Snowland. What were you guys thinking?
I don't know about you guys this week, man, but my ranked lineup is wankers.
Yeah, so similar to you, clicked around a little bit, saw that Larry had coin box. I guess I was a bit surprised. I don't know, maybe I was a bit naive. I hadn't really given much thought to it. So I think I messaged Ronnie last week and was like, it's probably going to get ice flour, and it's just going to fade off into irrelevance in this like plus skill era that we live in. So I was like a bit disappointed, I guess, when I saw it, because I thought he looked like a cool character, and he's just going to get a rubbish item and just be irrelevant. So I was actually, I guess, pleasantly surprised to see that he had coin box, which was a win. But yeah, you're right, picked through ranked, and a putrid, rotten top shelf for drivers on Snowland.
It stinks.
Yeah, I messaged and said, like, I genuinely think it's one of the worst top shelves like I've ever seen. There's not even like an old school plus skill one that's like buried away there.
Recently whoever designs the algorithm has just basically said who wasn't pulled, or who was the least pulled drivers and me suits, and just shoved them all on there. I think there's going to be some good carts there potentially, but yeah, no, everything stinks there, and the course isn't actually that fun either. And maybe it's because we've got awful rubbish there, but like, I don't know about you, but I don't enjoy driving it that much, to be fair, either. Maybe, it's the level 1 driver where you're hoping for a frenzy and then get out, but horrible.
I then got really excited. Yeah, I then got really excited and saw that like Larry was mid-shelf. I was like, boom, take it to 6, use it in ranked. And then I saw that it was level 8 and was like, that's that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dan's right. Go on, what were you going to say?
Yeah, we're all in the same boat. So I've checked through my ranked, and like no one's got a driver level higher than level 4.
Yeah, so even level 4, like I was watching Studfit's reaction video, and he kind of has the same reaction as we are, like, oh, what? Like they've managed to, they have all the analytics, and they know exactly what items have not been used or valued at all in anyone's account, and they're like, Snowland, ranked week 1.
100%.
So yeah, this was a screenshot that Alex sent. So this is your current loadout, right, for Snowland, your drivers?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. So like for a bit of background, last time I was on, we were talking about your top 10 run for Bowser Tour, and like since then for me, like a lot's changed in the game for me. So like my original account, which I've like run since I basically started the game, so Christmas 2019. I've like now retired. So someone in ER who had been like playing the game since the start decided that they were going to quit, and we kind of got messages and stuff. And basically, like, cut a long story short, I took over that account after that tour. So that was the Bowser Tour. The one after that was the Mario and Luigi. Yeah, that was the Luigi tour. So yeah, for a couple of tours, I ran 2 accounts, which was a no-go, like impossible. And then the update obviously came along, which expanded ACR to 45 tracks. So that was like a good segue for me to like put my old account on ice and go full-time on what I call the Phoenix account. So yeah, I mean, it's a powerful account. It's like, kind of got some top 10 badges. It's got a lot of really cool items on it. And yeah, this is the top shelf for it. One level 1 Cooper me, terrible. Not even a Santa. So yeah, I mean, that's an account that's like, as I say, it's a powerful account. There's a lot of money's been spent on it, and it's got nothing on top shelf. So yeah, most people are gonna open it, and probably if you're a me collector, you're probably gonna have a collection of level 1 me's at best. But yeah.
Yeah, what are your guys's? What are you going to be using? Oh, so I think you also sent. What is it? This is your entire. Okay, so you have a level 8.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, yeah. So 2 tours ago, the Animal Tour, I made a run at top 10. I fell short. I finished 13th, so a bit disappointed. But one of the cool things about these big ACR runs is you come away with some really cool items. And yeah, I'm massively dining off of the green off-roader. I don't know, is that what it's called? I'm terrible with names.
The Moo.
There we go. Yeah. So yeah, I think that gets 2 uses this week. So That's pretty helpful. But yeah, even the balloons, the glider, it's a tough one. The algorithm's great. You can't argue with the Nintendo's algorithm.
So I'm curious. I'm gonna go over here to my friends list because you're on my friends list. Let's check and see. I'm sure you haven't like grinded a bunch. Have you played at least with the stuff that you're gonna be? Oh, thanks for the 15 coins there, Alex. I guess I have been slacking on giving coins. Sorry about that.
Cheers, bro.
But yeah, so here's the thing. This is kind of why I wanted to have a little strat chat. Because I think we all kind of like got that like lightning strike where we all felt like super, super small opening up Snowland. And, you know, like minds racing frantically, like, where do I put my tickets? Like, is it going to be needed or necessary? And I think that once you kind of go through the other tracks and see what scores you can get and then compare it to like your competition, you may not have to. Like one race each of the last 2 tours, I actually haven't had to play like the 3rd race in order to be able to get first. And I like purposely haven't because I don't want to like, if I'm in someone else's ranked, I don't want to unnecessarily, you know, like get too many points. So like, what are your guys' thoughts on like what your loadouts for the other 2? It looks like you have of the 6 possible items you have, they're all level 8. And you probably haven't even like grinded them completely, but you already have like 82,000.
That's just one run on each one.
Yeah, okay. And so what your competition, what are the people like so far in your rank looking like?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be really interested to hear what the consensus is on this, because like I was running through my list and it looks pretty poor, if I'm honest with you. I mean, so I'm in tier 90 now, and you know, like a lot of, you know, top players probably will find themselves, and I was expecting some like to open up and see some big names, and I mean, there's not many ACR badges in my opponents. Like, I normally find that's kind of a good sort of barometer to see what people are prepared to grind and stuff. But yeah, most people I opened up didn't have any ACR badges at all. Just kind of not much, maybe 2 players. So yeah, there doesn't appear to be any. There's no like a top 100 or a top 10 player like lurking in there that's gonna like steam through from the look of things. So yeah, I mean, hopefully I can just wing it with those 2. But I'd be interested to know with everybody else, do your rank look reasonable in terms of opponents? Like,
Dan, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'm in 78 and I've got no ACR badges. The highest anyone's got is 89, which my loadouts are terrible, so I won't be getting that, but I should easily get second.
Yeah, so my dude is the guy that's top of my list. He's 85k. His name's Ronnie. Is it you, Ronnie? Are you running an alternate account? You need to spill.
No, thank you. Yeah, no, I can't. There's mine. Yeah. So, there you go. Not as generous as Alex there. Yeah. So my rank is pretty much the same. I think I'm in 4th at the moment, but I've just done like single runs on all of them, and like I don't think there's any need for me to actually invest in anything. I probably might invest in the Moo just because it's so strong for my account already, and it's picking up like ranked appearances and just the really hard to cover tracks that, you know, will be useful going forward anyway, and it's massive. But yeah, no, I've got no one of note, and as Frenzy Fanboy just said, like there's been weeks, like pretty much, I think since the update really, like the ranked algo has been super easy, like and I have been going for ACR like 100 quite regularly, so like I will grind out, you know, like 90+% on all of the ranks tracks anyway, because you know you have to for top 100 anyway. But like no one's come close. Like I've been winning by like 20k, and you know, like Peach Gardens last tour, I had a pretty average boombox run because, you know, I've lost my skills at boomboxing now. Don't know why, but they've gone, and I didn't need a good run there. Like I had like a gain of like 12k, and I didn't need anything. Just like you can have sloppy runs and you're still winning like really handily. So I think I might have to actually play the tracks a bit more. But there's not a huge amount of competition. Nobody's taken Larry to 8. I think some people are a bit like dubious of what's going to come next, because I don't know whether like the New Year's tour always releases like a huge driver, but we got Meowser last time, so maybe people are just like, there could be something seriously big coming, so let's not invest too massively. But yeah, I'm in the same boat as you guys, really. There's no real competition right now for a driver week as well, and for a me reward. That's a bit strange. You think there would be some big players coming out of the woodwork already, but nothing.
So I wonder though how many people, because I'm pretty sure the vast majority of the player base has at least acquired Wintertime Larry, and I wonder how many are going to wait till like the last day or two to move them all the way up to 8 and just, like completely obliterate.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing though. Like, I saw some messages from Kareem the other day, who's got an amazingly powerful account and gets top 10. He's got a lot of strong drivers and stuff. And he was saying like he's had to leave Gold PT Piranha at like level 2, and it's hard. Like, we had a lot of coin boxes in a short period of time with the King, Guck, PT, obviously now Larry, and then you've also got to factor in like the plus skill Miis and the impact that the points boost is having there, and a large chunk of players are choosing to kind of like focus on them, and there's only so many tickets to go around, like you can't have it all. And I think maybe that sort of oversaturation of coin box, like end of the summer, start of autumn, has kind of left players with, I don't think he's as certain that players are like getting them and taking them up to like high levels as maybe it was at the start of the year, when that was just like a done thing when Yoshi dropped and various other ones. So yeah, I don't know, maybe people will take it to 8, but I mean, it's a lot of tickets. It's 22 tickets. Like, you can do a lot with 22 tickets. And
he's tiny as well, isn't he?
Yeah, I talked to Ronnie about this. Like, I don't know whether like it's the sort of investment that you might feel really great about this week, because it's going to massively change your scoring potential in ranked, and it could be good for ACR as well if you've got big ACR goals.
Yeah.
But I wonder whether it's the sort of investment that like you get to February and you're like, oh, why have I got this tiny coin box driver that like it's got overlap with other bigger drivers that I'm now not using. So yeah, maybe it's one of those ones where, who knows what it'll look like going forwards.
So interesting that you bring up like tiny players or like tiny drivers with big carts, because someone had done some research, and I'm sorry I should have thought of this earlier. I'll probably here we go. Okay, so what we were trying to do was show like a small driver in a small cart and a big cart versus a big driver in a small cart and a big cart. And I think kind of what people were saying was that if you look in the upper right hand corner, you got gold dry bones in an off-roader, and then lower left hand corner you got Meowser in, I don't even know what cart that is. What is that? Is that
that's the tuk-tuk, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
I mean, you're completely demolishing the like concept about hitbox here. Like, these pictures look very insignificant in size.
the pictures look insignificant in size?
The difference, like if I look at the two pictures on the right and look at like Gold Bones and Meowser, like obviously Meowser's bigger, but like it doesn't, I don't know, maybe does anyone else agree? Doesn't look like a huge difference.
Yeah. So I mean, you can see that the lower right hand corner, Meowser in an off-roader, like the sides of like the little bracket thing that you sit in, like you can really see it. So it is bigger. But like with coin sprays, like I don't know, like even like in just normal coin boxes or like coin box frenzies, I kind of feel like there's this random number generation of like that you have to take into account with where the coins are spraying, how they're being sprayed, because I feel like if you start off just going straight and like you don't steer at all, like a lot of times a lot of the coins will come out straight. But if you say that there's like a curve that's coming up that's coming to the left, but you start to the right, you do like a small like right hand turn and then go into the rest of it with a left hand turn, you can kind of get like more coins to come out on the right side of the box. Then you can also like not be in first place where you've got other drivers that are scooping these things up, right? And then there's the whole like red coins versus tokens. I've actually, last tour was super interesting. On the tracks that I was using like pink, gold, peach, I was paying special attention. I had plenty of times where on coin boxes and like coin box frenzies where like not very many red coins would come out anyway. Like, and I kind of feel like, wait a minute, like I have a level 8 coin boxer, where are my red coins? But then other times with the same driver, they'd be all over the place, right? So it's not like there's this set equation that has so many constants and like 0 variables that if you put these things together, you are going to have like a great time in Mario Kart.
Yeah, I know.
Like, okay, so Wintertime, he might be a little bit smaller, but on one of the tracks, I'm going to be using the Moo Moo off-roader, which is going to make him fairly big. And if the coin is like spraying so far out to the right that I'm not going to get it, I'm probably not, like, the cart isn't going to be big enough to go and like grab it from that far away. Like, if it's in the path that I'm going to get it, it's probably going to be in the path that I'm going to get it, whether it's a small or a huge driver.
The off-road is a massive game changer. I'm pretty sure I used dry bones and off-roader last tour on one of the Neo Bowsers, maybe Neo Bowser R. I don't know. I'm always pretty terrible at remembering which ones go where. But yeah, I mean, I kind of like looked at it and was like, oh, dry bones. But actually, like, it was fine. I got like 90+%. It was all kind of like pretty formulaic. It worked. It was fine.
Dino Jungle using Gold Koopa free running.
Yep.
I've gotten tons
that
of
was
them.
my best run.
Like
that was my best run.
250 actions with coins. I mean, I think we're getting to the point where like we think that just because it's a small driver, like that, if it's a small driver that's a coin box, that means that the coin box is null and void. And that's not the case. Like, you still have a coin box driver on that course.
I think what I'm kind of suggesting there is that because there's so much overlap between coin box drivers now on top shelves, what I mean is you're probably going to get to February and you're going to see Larry again next to bigger other coin drivers of an equally high level, and you're not going to be using Larry, you're going to be using the bigger one. And yeah, it kind of goes back to what we've said before about like the number of unique top shelves it has, but then even then that number's going to be pretty small because we've just got so many tracks now and so many drivers. But yeah, I don't think that like everybody, like 12 months ago, everybody would be like maxing these coin box drivers the minute that they come out. But I think it's a bit more nuanced. We're like over the year 3, and yeah, these decisions aren't as maybe automatic as they previously have been.
Yeah, I don't know. The other thing is okay, so let's go ahead and go over to the app. Oh wait, no, we're just right here. I think that Nintendo is in complete control of how many like overlaps that certain coin boxers are going to get. So point being is, look at this. Do you remember when this guy, he's like what? There are now 3 new Spotlight drivers that have come to the game, right? So it was Chef Luigi, Itsune Luigi, right?
Yeah.
And then now Wintertime. Now, I don't know of a whole lot of people that A, bought him, and B, like leveled him up. But for those that did, they're sitting pretty this weekend ranked, right? So, point being is I'm curious if the player base does have this perception of Wintertime is a coin boxer that we're getting too saturated with, and he's small, and he came out on like a nitro track, and maybe there's city tracks that are coming out. I'm actually going to not spend tickets on him. Oh, and maybe by February, all of his courses are going to be overlapped anyway. My point is, what are we learning from the past? Like, Nintendo has purposely put in characters that aren't popular for some reason, and I think they're doing like a social experiment.
I imagine Nintendo have reached a point now where, like, from a revenue perspective, because the game is very much in the plus skill era of, unless it's kind of coin box, boomerang, lucky 7, or giant banana, people just pass. And maybe now that we're past the 3-year anniversary and we've had the recent big update, maybe the sort of future of Mario Kart in 2023 is better coverage for these sort of drivers that you've just highlighted there, so that if you do invest in it, you get a greater return in terms of total coverage. And that'll be a particularly appealing thing for like gold pass players that can't have lots of characters at high levels. They need maps are as important as skill. So yeah, maybe this is the sort of, and we've seen that before with people like Blackbirdo and stuff like that. You know, they had their time and having ridiculous volumes of maps, Beach Explorer, DK, whatever that one's called. Never remember that one. Like, we're talking high volumes of map, like 30, 35 maps, which make up for the lack of a plus skill. So maybe this is it's always kind of been a thing, but maybe it'll become more of a thing.
Yeah, and the fact that they're releasing so many new tracks as well, there's got to be some tracks where they can't have a coin boxer on it, and they need people to they need people to either spend all their rubies or tickets to get Larry to level 8, or they need to space out these tracks a bit more and make people want to get coverage on all of them. Like, I hate the fact that I've got a level 1 driver there, but you can't keep up now with the amount of retros they're releasing, with the nitros, with all the cities that are coming back. Like, it's impossible to keep up. So they know what they're doing, and it's just, it is an interesting social experiment. And their algorithm is so spot on with like, as a Luigi fan, I've got Chef Luigi. I didn't even pull Kitsune. His coverage for me was dire from the get-go. This would be his best track straight away. But yeah, in terms of like, for established accounts, like, I don't know anybody that really pulled Kitsune. But for newer players, he might be a really good investment, because he's getting all these new tracks that maybe a lot of new players that have come since, you know, the update and the gacha's gone. He might be really useful for them. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard.
So what are your thoughts, Dan? You've been kind of quiet. I can see on your face you've got all these thoughts like percolating.
Just adding onto the point as well of these new Spotlight Shop characters getting all the big 2022 buffs, but it's also returning Spotlight Shop characters who have been getting big buffs since the update, like King Boo and Peach Wedding as well. So I think they're definitely like pushing us back to a non-plus skill sort of thing.
Yeah, I think
anything Nintendo does is going to be related to revenue. Like, obviously, gacha had its players pull in multiple times in order to get dupes, and they would have got a lot of revenue from that. And I imagine that moving to this new world has changed player behaviour, and that might have changed ultimately Nintendo's bottom line. So any moves that they make will be to try and ensure that bottom line is as profitable as it was under the previous system, if not more profitable.
So, have that being said, I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are on this guy, the Festive Holly.
Well, because is this right? That is going to be a pack item, so you might have to buy this one. Yeah, that's what I've heard, but then I'm not sure whether it's another commemorative or what. But that's I've heard on the grapevine. It might be more than just a commemorative. Yeah, I don't know. It's
what's the consensus? Is it a commemorative?
The funny thing is that Santa Bowser's back. Like, the glider is being showcased while Santa Bowser is gliding, but the camera shot is from behind Santa Bowser. Santa Bowser, he's in the spotlight shop, just like the daily things. But he's not going to be in like the week 1 or the week 2 like every day.
Yeah.
The thing is I think someone was saying that it might be like a $20 or $40 like pack like they used to have back in Gacha. But I think that's less likely than just a second week commemorative item. I don't know that they're going to bring back like legit. I don't think that they can sell a Kart for 2 weeks doing a tour for $3.99. And then the second week be like, oh, and if you want this glider that may or may not help out, it's 10 times as much, $40. Yeah. Like that to me doesn't make sense. I think if it were to come, they might start doing like 2 week and 1 week commemorative items where the 1 week one just comes in week 2.
Yeah.
The thing that I really don't like about this though is that if Nintendo is really wanting money, why did they put this on week 1 ranked with a whole bunch of other like also like purchasable items? So like the flying flappers, those were commemorative. You know, some of these other ones are just really if they're really wanting it, like why?
Yeah, it's bizarre. Yeah,
I mean, it's really strange.
I would have bought it 3 times and put it up to level 6 just because. Like, I think it's a triple feature. No, it's a triple feature, but 2 of the courses are week 1.
I've got 2 thoughts on this. One, I saw the data mining image and there was no rubies in the picture. So I'm not minded to think that we're going to see a return of a ruby banner with an item attached to it. I mean, maybe I'm being naive and saying because I didn't see rubies, there won't be rubies. Maybe Nintendo will get me on that one on next week. Who knows? But I don't know. It doesn't feel likely, as you say. It feels more likely to be a commemorative for week 2. Maybe someone at Nintendo dropped the ball. Maybe it should have come week 1. I don't know. It's very bizarre. Why would you have two rank tracks?
There's another
available in week 1. Bizarre.
There's another thing like that. It's not a pack or anything, but the pink Yoshi cart, I think, is really useful to certain people on, I think it's Merry Mountain. So one of my friends in Bam Gub's server, he wants to use it and he would take it straight away, but he can't do that until week 1 ends. So he's using a level 1 cart when he could be using the like rank reward in that first week for that track. And they do that quite a lot, I think. This isn't the first time they've done it. It's really strange and very puzzling why they keep doing it as well. But yeah, no rubies in there.
And I don't think that they would have like both a driver and a glider. I mean, okay, if they do charge like $10 or $20 and offer both a driver, like a really good driver in the game, and a brand new glider, then I can see that. But then why have Santa Bowser also in the daily spotlights?
There's in that picture there's also Reindeer Yoshi just right at the bottom. You can only see his like back. I think that might be him. So I think in most of these like commemorative, they always show the back of a character. It's normally like Mario or Peach or whatever, but I think they normally show the back of a driver. like if it's a car, a glider at least. But yeah, I don't think they're going to be offered. I think they're literally just offering that glider. I don't think the drivers would be included in that.
I think Nintendo want to drive us as consumers to purchase rubies and ruby banners in order to then exchange that with the shop, and that's the behaviour they want to drive. I can't see them going back to almost like a throwback to Gacha and exchanging cash for items. I don't think that's what they want. I think they want us to be spending rubies, because you like when you're buying an item from the Spotlight shop and you're trading 150 rubies for it, you're trading 150 rubies, and you can easily forget that, like, monetary wise, that's like 38 quid for us, like $40, and that's what they want consumers to forget, like that you're essentially paying £40 worth of money for something. So yeah, I just can't see them going back to a cash for items type system they had previously. I think that would almost undermine the system they're looking to create with the Spotlight shop. But hey, I guess we find out Tuesday. Maybe I'm wrong.
The week one commemorative as well has 2 drivers on it as well.
Yeah, what does that look like?
It's just the speedo with 2 drivers facing forward.
Yeah, I think the gliders often show them from behind as well, if memory. Because I bought the Calico toe beans in the Animal Tour. I'm sure it had like Cat Rosalina or something from the back. So yeah, I think they just have to showcase it being driven or flown, I guess. But yeah, it's weird that the data miners said it's a pack, so to speak. So it's a strange one.
So, are you guys going to be doing, I guess as far as like the Strat Chat goes, are you guys going to be, are you planning on doing any upgrades for any of the 3 tracks in order to be able to kind of like, I always think of that meme with the 3 dragon heads, the 2 like real strong mean ones, and then like the doofus one that's kind of off to the side. I think sometimes we have to like strengthen our strong mean dragons like even more to be able to compensate for the goofiness of the dumb one. Are you guys making any investments in anything for these first 2 tracks?
I think for ranked in general, like my loadout, so I think you showed them earlier, like I'm using the Moo twice, so, and I think that's the one that I would potentially upgrade if I need to get top 3, and I would maybe make the 8-bit 1-up mushroom, take that all the way up to 8 just because it's so strong. But I don't think I'd do anything else. Like White Tanuki is good, but I'm just not that very good with giant banana drivers, so I think he's like at his like peak for me. And I've got quite a nice stash now, so I don't want to like touch it if I don't need to, especially with driver tickets. So for me, I think I'd just be making a greater strength. But I don't know whether I need to. Like I'm in 4th with like substandard runs, so I think I'll just scope out the opposition and then do some like Monday or Tuesday grinding and see what happens, kind of thing for me. So that's my 2 pennies.
How about you, Dan? Are you going to be? Do you get the Moo off-roader, or do you have the 8-bit 1-up mushroom? What are you going to be?
I didn't get the Moo. I haven't bought anything or made any investments since that top 100 run, so I'm a bit gutted I missed out on the Moo, but I'll get it when it comes back in the shop.
There you go. So you think you're doing okay for a rank this week then, even with the? Who are you driving for Snowland? For some reason, I could have swore that we were friends. We're gonna afterwards have to make sure that. Have you played this one at all yet? I thought we were friends. What's your in-game name? Should be Dan Ted, right?
I don't think I have you. I'll have to add you.
Did you delete me?
I don't think I've.
Did you remove me from your friends list, Dan Ted? I could have swore that we already had this conversation because I
It's 'cause
think
you
like,
don't
from our
send
first one,
coins.
I was like, how the heck are we not friends? And I thought that we had fixed this, and then now I feel bad. Like we're on this episode, and I'm all looking for your loadouts, and I'm like, no. So,
I think the start of this episode proved that you don't send coins very often, and Dan likes his coins.
people are deleting me. Have you seen
Yeah.
people on
Yeah.
Discord where they're like, oh, somebody didn't send me coins today. I have a new spot open. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, no, some people are brutal.
Anyway, sorry about that, Dan Ted. We're gonna have to fix that after the episode. I apologize.
Yeah. On that track, I've got the Goomba Me suit or Mario Santa, both at level 1.
Okay. And I guess Pichukata. So I guess I did see Clowington on the server. He's like, apparently it's not so bad. Like it's not always so bad investing in horrible items because he has his loadout for this. He's got like 6s across the board because he's big into Peach, and so he's got Peach at like 6 or 8 or something, and it's gonna be a cakewalk.
Yeah.
What do you have for your carts here, Dan?
Carts, I've got nothing. Which
Yeah.
Brutal. No top
I don't
shelf.
think I've got. No top shelf. I don't think I've got a top shelf on any
Wow.
of the snow lines.
That's rough. What glider are you going to be using? You have a glider up there?
And then glider, I've got a level 1 flying flappers.
Oh, okay.
So this is rough. I'm going to be getting about 10,000 points.
So, as far as
I like
the first two, Vancouver Velocity, do you have like Volendam at a high level or Wanuki? Did you get King Mario?
No, I didn't go in for him.
Yeah.
It was absolute scam.
Agreed.
Not that we're bitter.
No, he's very divisive, isn't he?
Is he in the Spotlight store yet this tour?
No, I think it's because he's classed as a city driver. Which,
I thought ranked appearance was like the driving force behind the tier shop.
I think so,
Or
but
tier shop,
yeah,
sorry, the Spotlight shop.
there's some seasonal drivers or city drivers that haven't returned. So like, I don't know whether Ty dressed. I haven't leveled her, but whether she's been in ranked, but she hasn't appeared back in the shop, and I think she's definitely able to be. So yeah, I think they're going to keep him very much like this holy grail, even though not many people view him as like a really strong driver. But yeah, I think we would have found out if anybody had got him in their shop, and I've not seen anybody, post it on Reddit or whatever. So I think he's still hanging out in his castle. But
So,
yeah,
Dan, who are you going to be using on Vancouver Velocity 3R?
Vancouver, I'm pretty sorted on because it was one of the tracks in my top 100. So
That's right.
I've got Tanuki at 6 double capped,
Ooh, okay.
and then the Cream Bee Dasher I took to 7 triple cap.
I love that car.
this
It looks
cart.
so nice.
It is
I know.
so beautiful.
And
18
then,
tracks this tour.
Yeah, crazy.
Wow.
And then your
And
glider.
then glider, I've got the gold eggshell and the 8-bit one up, both at 6.
Okay. There you go. Yeah, so you should be good there. Do you know how many points about that you anticipate? Have you done like a tracker or the Frenzy Fan calculator? If you haven't, that's fine. I'm just curious.
No, I've not done. But
What your load at? What levels are they, Dan? Because I've got mine up and I can compare it.
6 double cap, 7 triple cap, 6 double cap.
6 double capped, 6 triple cap. Did you say for the cart?
7 triple cap.
7 triple capped. Okay, it should be something similar to mine. And then did you say 6 double capped
Yeah.
for the glider? Okay, nice. Okay, that should come out at about if you get everything perfectly, of course, about 40k.
No.
Yeah.
Well, at the moment,
If you get
I'm
every
on
single box and
16.
Yeah.
What are you at now?
16.
Okay. Yeah, so you got some room there. And then Merry Mountain. Do you have either Party Time Lakitu or what's this other lucky 7?
Oh, Peach Happy.
Oh, you're doing Peach Happy?
Well, I have Peach Happy at 5,
Oh,
but
there you go.
I've got Penguinette at 6. I'm not very good with lucky 7, so.
Yeah, did you notice? So that's who I'm using. Penguinette.
Or mine's double capped.
Double coin frenzy. Get out. Enjoy your week.
Yep.
Also, I think like the one of my friends, Crazy, he was doing that track with Vampire Luigi, and I think for like an optimal run, like a double coin and just hitting most track actions is like a really, really strong run. So I think you can get out after a double coin for sure, and be happy with that. So
yeah, because it's not like you're competing with other people that have coin boxers, or there's not even boomerang on here, right? Like it's all just lucky 7s. The only thing that you might have to be worried about is if someone gets the Santa Me racing suit, and has all the me suits, and takes them to like 4 or 6 or something, and like double uncaps them. But yeah, like kind of on board with you there.
Yeah, no, it's really strange. Like looking at like I don't know about you guys, but I go pretty in depth into looking into just like my competition, and some of them are like 20 tiers below me, and like I've got and I don't always judge on like high score, but I think that's a good gauge of like where they're at in the game, and they've got like a top score like 20,000 less sometimes, and you're just like, why are they pairing me up against like people that don't have the same loadouts or anything? Like I don't understand it at all, which is why I think like Snowland, for most, hopefully all of us at least, hopefully won't be too much of an issue. But yeah, like you shouldn't have to play just 2 tracks and then be like, oh, I've got first in my ranks. Like there should be some kind of like competition, but
right.
Maybe we're just really good at the game, all of us. We're just super good.
We're just so good. Yeah, no. So granted, I would much rather have it be paired up like this instead of like 18 people that are like right neck and neck with me, where it's just you know, a bloodbath. First place through like 14th place has a spread of like 100 points.
Yeah. But like when you get fun ranks, like especially if you're not really going for ACR, like it's quite nice to have a bit of competition. Like I did post about it and I moaned about it quite a lot, but I had like 2 top 10 players and I did okay against them. Like I came 4th in the end, which 4th isn't bad, but like I really enjoyed that week. Whereas if I wasn't going for like top 100, like for a lot of players, ranked is the only thing, and if you're getting these really easy rank scores, like the game is pretty boring for a lot of people. So I hope they do improve it, like not so we're getting the massacred, but like give us some competition. And maybe it's just us in a vacuum, like this is me speaking for a small majority of us, but I felt like this for a long time, and a lot of people that I speak to in the game have as well. So it's interesting.
I feel like something's changed since they added the additional tiers. Like when we were all squashed together, I feel like the matchup pairings seem to be more likely to get tougher people, but maybe since they've like spread the field out, I don't know, I feel like if you're in tier 90, you're not going to be getting a tier 90 person, you're getting a lower person. But I don't know, it's pendulum swung for me. I actually had a really brutal week 2 of the Animal Tour, and bearing in mind I finished 13th and I was doing a top 10 run, and I only won my ranked by like 200 points. Like it was, I had a guy in the ER and like he just smashed it, and yeah, my scores were paltry like compared to him, but I just like snuck over the line at the end. But and then there was another week a dude beat me, the week that Gold Me was top shelf on one of the New York tracks. I can't remember what tour it was, like 2 or 3 tours ago. I finished second that week. Like I found out a really tough track to get like the points on, and yeah, that was a tough one. So I have had a couple of rotten rotten weeks. But generally, you're right. I do feel like the gold me suit takes,
Yeah.
it's like slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
So are you
Maybe
using
you're
the
against. I'll carry on.
Are you using the Cream Bee Dasher Mark II as a double feature, Dan? Or do you have a better
double
card
feature.
for Mary Mountain? Okay. And then what glider are you using here?
That star shoot at 6 double caps.
Oh, okay.
So very good loadouts on the first 2 tracks, and that weird looking dragon on the 3rd track.
The doofus, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see here. I did want to come over here to, let's see, current tour resources. Okay. So someone was gracious enough to go through the Mario Kart Tour toolbox, and they did a screenshot here. I know Larry 98 kind of has something similar. Tells you how many times like certain items are used throughout. Now, granted, there's a huge asterisk here. You have to take it with a grain of salt. Just because that it says that Mario Penguin is here 14 times doesn't mean that Mario Penguin's going to be like your highest level item for driver that you're going to have those 14 times. But it is kind of a good gauge just to kind of see like where things kind of lay. So, but you got Penguin Mario 14 times, Wintertime is 13, Santa Mario 12, Penguin Penguinette 11, and then Santa Bowser. So first coin boxer is just 9 times. But then like Gold Me Racing Suit, Meowser, like a lot of these, kind of like real popular, tier lists, number 1, number 2. They're not really being.
Well, what was interesting was Raker's 85's me, sort of like how many times the Mii's are used across the tour, and I think Silver Me is the MVP. You can see there. But I think they're 25 out of the 45 tracks this tour. You can use a me as your best option. I'm not sure. I can't remember whether he just listed like the plus skill me's. Yeah, but I think that's pretty useful, and you can see like the additional points you could potentially get from using the me's in those situations. I know Blockhead is quite powerful with like Rosalina's Ice World, whichever one he's got, RT I think, and some others. So yeah, I don't know whether that's high because I haven't invested massively into them yet. But
it's the highest tour it's ever been.
Oh really?
Skill,
okay.
Yeah, in terms of plus skill me's and top shelf coverage across ACR.
Yeah,
and I wonder if that's because is the Santa Me Racing Suit here?
Nah, it's like a really poor start.
Whoa.
They only have like 6 starting tracks, don't they, or something?
Yeah, I'd like 2 less than the Dash Ring one, didn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, no. I think that might be why the predictions are quite high initially. Like, I don't think I'd go for it this tour, but it's always interesting to see what percentage you might get for like a top 100 or top 1,000 or whatever. And it's like 95% for me. So that's like a instant, no thank you. I am not an ER member or anywhere close. So thank you very much. But yeah, no, I think obviously that me boost, and quite a lot of people now are leaning heavily into that. I think that's going to mean that those totals are going to be quite high from now on.
These are insane numbers. I've not really kept a track of this sort of stuff, but 18 tracks, like, I know that ACR's expanded, so it's not half anymore, but like, that is huge. I mean, when I did my run a couple of weeks ago,
I think a third of the tracks.
12 tracks maybe was the best I had on a kart, like 18.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Dan is absolutely loving this tour.
The thing is with
18.
12,
Yeah.
Autumn tour, I think I was only using the Cream Dasher like 10, 11 times.
Yeah.
It's almost double.
I guess the Ramby's quite a meta, but all the rest there, like, I don't know many. I think Frenzy Fanboy, you've got White Snowskin, haven't you? Okay level?
Yeah, it's like 6 single,
Yeah.
6 double, something like that. I was really excited when I got it.
Yeah.
What a car
Yeah,
that's
we all thought it was going to be good. Yeah. Ramby Runner, yeah, that's good. Ice like, yeah, it's good for this season, I guess. And Cacti for me is like my best ice car, but there's nothing in here that shouts like loads of people have invested in it.
Cacti is the only one on that list that my account's got at a high level.
Yeah.
The rest of them are pretty ho-hum. So
Yeah. I do like this. I think this might have been a turtle dude. May have posted these. But yeah, it's quite handy just from
Yeah, I think he did,
quick glance.
and he got it from Mario Kart Toolbox, which is
Yeah.
an online thing.
Yeah,
So- and then we
you
got
got snow
crystals. What? 14 times?
MVP.
So, unfortunately, obviously, I'm going to use it a lot, but not all 14. I've got 5 tracks. 5 of those 14 have an equally leveled other glider.
Yeah.
So it's like the Wonderful Wings and the Starry Great Sail. And I mean, I think as far as like view box, Wonderful Wings takes the cake, and then probably Snow Crystals, and then the Starry Great Sail. But
Yeah.
I know that.
I guess with the item as well, green shell. Like, and again, I don't care too much about it. Like most of my gliders have like banana or whatever my strongest ones, but like, I guess out of those, you probably want the bullet bill one, whichever one that is. Is that the Star Great Sail? Or are you more concerned about what it looks like as it's driving? You know, you're flying it and how much of the screen it covers up. Is that quite a big thing for you?
It can be. It's not like a deal breaker. Like if I have one that has a bad view box, like I'll still use it. It's not like I'm gonna use like a lower leveled glider.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like a perk. Like I just really like the Wonderful Wings because it just goes out to the side. It doesn't go up above the driver at all.
Yeah, it looks classy.
Yeah.
The
I'm gonna
light
have to love you and leave you guys shortly. Just thought I'd give you a couple of minutes to let you know. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, so we're just going to kind of go through these. Is there anything else that you wanted to chat about, Alex, before heading off to bed?
No, I mean, I wouldn't fall into the trap, is what I would say. Like, if you got 22 tickets, I wouldn't fall into Nintendo's trap of jumping down the Larry hole just to like fill a box for this week. I mean, even if it meant I finished like 3rd, I'd still like eat that and just move on to the next week and pocket those tickets. But my inherent nature is to hoard and not spend, and I will like micro analyze everything before I spend normally. So yeah, it's not the investment I would make, and I would like sort of couch it that hold off and see what happens to it. But hey, everybody plays different. But it's been a pleasure, and it's good to see you. Nice to meet you, Dan. Good to see you, Ronnie. And
nice
always good to see you, Frenzy Fanboy. So yeah, thanks for having me, and I'll join you again soon. Thank you very much.
Sweet
Thanks,
dreams.
old man.
Merry Christmas.
later.
Happy holidays.
Take care, guys. Yeah, Merry Christmas and all that. Cheerio.
The thing is, on Vancouver Velocity 3R, I only have a level 2 me suit, which has the potential of getting to 1140 base points, just like by itself, like not uncapped at all.
Okay.
But I've got 8 triple Kart and glider going on.
Yeah. That's so. It's so not top heavy. The other way, bottom heavy. Yes.
And then
What?
in Snowland, I've got level 3 no uncapped Kart and glider. So originally, with like my initial like lightning getting small shock of opening up rank this week,
I don't know about you guys this week, man, but my ranked lineup is wankers.
I was all like, yeah, Larry's cool, he's cute, he's a coin boxer, he's a baddie. Like the goal in my game is to like have all the baddie drivers, and so like it, even if he had like bubble, I would have bought him. But seeing as how he does have coin box and he is a triple feature, the triple feature that he is on, like 2 of the 3 are this week and would really help out. Like I've got such weak drivers. Right?
Who are yours on there? Because I get it's White Tanuki's there, isn't he? But I guess he does nothing for you.
So he's level
Okay,
1.
Yeah.
I have him, but I just haven't needed to level him up for rank
No.
at all. I've come super close.
Yeah.
There was I think a DK Mountain where it was between him and Knight Luigi that I was like, who should I do? But then I didn't get to do anything with either of them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's on a real tear at the moment, but like, yeah.
So as
What's the
is,
stat?
it's looking like I can get about 85,000 total. And my current competition is in like the mid 70s. Thing is, there are two players. This guy, he's level 84 and
okay.
totally like not showing his cards at all.
No.
Everything's like level 1.
Can you see his potential drivers on those tracks to see like who he does have an option? Like, does he have patch time Lakitu at a decent level, or?
Yeah, let's take a look at that. So where is Party Time Lakitu? Party Time Lakitu.
He's a bad guy.
Oh yeah, huh? I knew that.
Doesn't look it, to be
Okay,
fair.
so level 1.
Yeah. Who else is there? Happy and Halloween Mario. Guess you've got Penguinette as well.
Okay, so Happy Peach doesn't have, or Peach Happy.
Yeah.
Who else is on that one? Penguin.
Halloween Mario, level 1.
Yeah.
And Penguinette is the only one I can think of.
Or the new Me suit as well, the Lucky 7 one.
Oh yeah, Santa Misi.
Oh yeah, so there's Penguinette. He doesn't have him. But at any point, anyone can purchase these. Like the Santa Misu and do something.
It looks like that person would have to use quite a lot of tickets though to compete at the moment.
Yeah. But this person, Uber Eats, they legit have only played level 1s on everything. I think this game is actually, and they're tier 86.
Okay.
So if we take a look at them, let's see here. Oh, he doesn't have Halloween Mario. Okay, so they have their Peach Happy at level 6.
So that's potentially his illusion.
Double.
Yeah.
And it was Party Time Lakitu, right?
Yeah.
4, 980. So yeah, they're probably going to be using Happy Peach.
Yeah.
Happy.
All these sneaky people with their sneaky hiding.
Yeah. So I don't know. And then I was also thinking, like, my carts are so bad. I was thinking of taking the gold jingle.
Oh, yeah. I saw that. I was like, what?
Yeah, because at level 8 it gets unlocked here. But I don't know. I think I was just like really scared from the onset.
Yeah.
So the thing is I do want to do something with Larry.
Yeah.
And I want to enjoy Snowland. See, here's the thing. The other part of me was like, what are the odds that Snowland comes back next tour? Because sometimes they'll do that. They did that with DK Mountain. It comes out 2 tours. Snowland is in this tour twice, right? Snowland normal.
Yeah.
Do I want to enjoy these tracks with like a level 8 triple uncapped Wintertime? Or do I want to...
Yeah.
So... I don't know. Let's go back and let's just say hypothetically I were to take Wintertime to like level 6 and double uncapped. What that would do here. So let's go ahead and copy this and paste special, value only. And then let's do, if we're to do level 6 and double uncap him. So that's like another 6,700 points. Which would get me in the 90s. And the 90s is probably enough to be able to get me to at least top 3, right?
You
Yeah.
have to remember as well, third is only first.
Third is a new first, right? Yeah.
It's nice to get those 7 driver caps. That's the thing. I guess. Yeah. I think
And
it's
the
a
other-
wait and see.
The other thing is Snowland
Oh.
RT. I've got
Oh, yeah.
Pink, but then even like Gold Chuckles, I only have it level 1 still. I have everything on the top. Everything is level 1 except for Penguinette, and I don't really want to use her as a double feature.
No. You could take her to 8 and triple cap her. But no.
Right.
I guess, yeah, and you said Gold Truck is pretty terrible for your account, isn't he?
He's not horrendous. I'm just kind of waiting to level him up when I need him. Like, I'm not one to really.
Yeah.
I'm kind of glad that I have really bad loadouts and that Larry
Yeah.
Wintertime has come out and that he has coin box, so that using
Yeah.
these tickets will actually kind of feel like fulfilling. Like, yeah, like I'm actually getting some enjoyment. This is actually fun.
Yeah.
doing this.
Yeah.
So
Is that-
Gold Chuck as well. He seems to be getting so much overlap with Meowser.
That's the thing I was thinking. Like, for me, because I decided to take him all the way to 8 and quad cap him, because, like, for me, who hasn't invested heavily in, like, a lot of these big coin boxes, you know, like Meowser, and I don't know who else he overlaps with. I know he's quite a big one, but yeah, he has quite a lot of overlap, and I'm the only one that I know, sort of, from my really close friends that play, who've got him at a really high level. And for you, like, massive Bowser fan, like, I'm not sure how useful he'll be until you take him to a really high level.
right. And that's another thing is I am kind of like wanting to save tickets for like another top
A
100
Bowser
run
tour.
whenever there's like a Bowser
Yeah.
tour. And Lemmy being a minion, there's probably a pretty good chance that Lemmy will get tracks, like the new tracks that are introduced, or
Yeah.
when he sees those tracks for the first time, he'll get those.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think
And what's your
taking
stats
up
line?
to 6 and double is safe? I don't know. I really wanted to do 8 and triple.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see your stat. I want to see how many tickets you're playing with.
Okay.
Is it anywhere near to what it was before the Bowser tour?
So good point. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. All right, since we know we're going to be. So if we go back here,
Okay, that's nice.
so
So
I
you're
actually
still
have
getting
more tickets now than I did during the Bowser
Whoa.
tour, and I haven't actually spent a ticket since the Bowser tour. So I'm actually kind of itching. Like I really
Yeah.
want to enjoy something, and seeing as how what was it over here? Well, how many times was he being used? I think it was like 14 times,
13.
13
So I
times.
think I
really
think
wanna
for
use them.
you it might be a few less because of like banter overlap or Cooper Claus overlap. But yeah, you're still using them like 10 plus times for sure. And you'll still have 46 tickets to play with. And how much is triple capping something now?
16
16.
tickets?
So, and you've got like 61 high end level cap tickets. I think for I want to do the same. Like I want to enjoy him. I think he looks awesome. I think he's going to be useful. Like coming up, like yeah, there have been some people that have said there's going to be a city tour, but actually city tours aren't a bad thing anymore. I don't think. Like the amount of times that cities are coming back now, like we've seen Vancouver, like twice in the past sort of like couple of months. Like they're becoming a regular thing. So having cities, I don't think is as bad as it used to be. He's fun. He looks cool. He's got coin box, and you've got a healthy stash, even if you spend 22 and 16 level 1 cap.
Okay.
And yeah, look at all those ones. Look at, and he's killing off PT and some drivers that you don't really want to use, like Blue Birdo as well.
So if I were to take him to 6, then
he's best on 6 courses straight away.
6, yeah.
Is that non-cities? Yeah, that includes
So it's got the
Mountain
3
and stuff,
Vancouver
yeah.
Velocity
Yeah,
3s
which
that
is
he's
fine.
on. And then it's got 2 Snowlands. See, here's the other thing: is I just kind of like to have like as many of the Snowlands like knocked out with this guy, because like level 8
Yeah.
would just be so cool to have him on Snowland.
Have you done this before? Is this the very first time? No, I'm sure you've taken Meowser straight to 8, haven't you?
Yeah.
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 But let's do it again. I'm all for it. I want to see it. I wish I could do the same, because he's really useful for me. Yeah.
So you think? See, so 1 vote for taking him to.
But I cannot
8.
hoard. I cannot hoard my tickets at all. So I want to see someone that can do it. But that's me living vicariously through you. So.
What do you think, Dan? What are your thoughts? Should I take him to 6 or 8 right now?
The sensible side of me is saying 6, but for entertainment purposes,
No, I think
it's got to be 8.
I think you're right. So how about this? Because here's the thing: is it's much easier to go from 6 to 8 than it is to go from 8 to 6, right? So I think what I'm going to do is, for now, I'm going to take him to 6 and double.
Okay.
And I'm going to see how good of a score I can get on Vancouver Velocity 3R, and then just kind of squeak out as many points as I can on Snowland. Because if I can get top 3, top 2, or even first place, then that's probably the sensible thing to do, right? I can still play him on a lot of other courses. I'll be able to get some use out of him next week in Snowland, because having him at 6 and double is going to definitely beat out Penguinette and everyone else there. But if it looks like I'm not going to be able to get 3rd, then I'll go ahead and take him the rest of the way so I can.
Yeah. Do bear in mind, next tour we get like driver tickets, I think, as our main like surplus, I think. So you're gonna get those back as well.
And also, while we have you here, I noticed this morning, I was like,
oh, look at this. Oh, there we go. It's telling you something. It's saying, please use me.
Oh, and looks like you had to get something from the Daily Selects to fulfill the challenge there.
I bet you've got some in your tier shop as well. I bet you've got a full row just of driver tickets. If that would be possible.
Yeah, so
or an extra row.
I think it's just the one.
Do you buy every tier shop ticket?
I try to, yeah, if I have the coins. So I also try and actually stay around like the 15 to like 35,000 coin range.
Yeah.
Because it seems like if I get like above 50,000, the shop goes dry.
Never. Yeah.
Like there's nothing there.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just like in my head or what, but
yeah, they can gauge like, yeah, you've got enough rubies that you could use Coin Rush, I guess, for if you needed some. But
and this week is Kart tickets. So
yeah.
How about we take them to 6 and double right now?
Okay.
See how far we get, and then by like Monday or something, I'll have a better feel and see if we need to take them to 8.
Yeah. Yeah, I would like to do the same. I'm very jealous of your abilities to store that amount of tickets.
Well, what's your gold PD at?
He's at 6,980, but
so mine's at 2.
The tracks that he's getting, he's sharing with my OG PT. So he's showing a few with that. And the tracks he's getting there, he is like the unique. They're not very nice coin box tracks. I feel like there's loads of jumps. They fly all over the place. Like he got Bowser Castle 3T'd last tour whenever it came back, and like I had nothing there on like Fire Rosalina, who I don't want to use, but like I didn't actually enjoy using him that much because maybe I'm just not skilled enough. But like there's so many jumps and I miss it. And I'm using the gold bullet blaster there, so also I'm using quite a small hitbox compared to like, you know, I could use Blazing Eagle, I guess, if I wanted to, but yeah, no, he's just not that strong for me. Whereas Larry, he's got like, for me and where my account is, he's got like 5 unique coin box tracks, which is pretty good for me. So I'm jealous that, yeah, I can't take him up. I can take him to like 7 double caps, but I want to just wait until I actually need him and then use it all at once, like you should be doing, but you're only taking him to 6 double caps. But it is the wise decision, and maybe that's why you've got 69 driver tickets and I have like a lot less than you.
So Dan, did you end up getting Larry Wintertime? Is he?
I did. He's the first thing I've actually bought from the weekly spotlights.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But
is he still sitting at level 1?
He's still at level 1. I'm not in the... I haven't used tickets for weeks and I'm just like I'm just coasting along at the moment.
Okay.
Are you still saving for another top 100?
I don't think another top 100, but when another good tour comes along, maybe a top 1,000 again.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I still can't believe, like, I didn't realise you were going for it, and then you had, like, I saw your party time Pauline at, like, 7 triple caps, and I was like, what is he doing? Like, I've never seen it. He was at, like, level 1 or something before, and then I was like, okay, this is a decent score. And, yeah, no, I was really impressed with that run, like, to go from, like, because you were just getting, like, fairly regular top 1,000 and then getting like massive scores in the autumn tour was really good.
Yeah, congrats on that, man. Nicely done.
Cheers. Yeah, I've been doing top 1,000s for a bit and they just weren't very special anymore. For me, when you do it every tour, it didn't mean anything.
Yeah,
I think that at least for me in the game, I'm kind of in this happy spot where like top 1,000, kind of feel like as long as I just play all the courses and at least get like a frenzy or two, kind of like how Sammy D says, you can fairly comfortably get top 1,000. This is having played the game for over 2 years though. I really like having to push for top 100, or at least like do some strategic investments, or kind of it takes a little bit more concentration, I guess, to try and get top 100 versus always getting top 100 and then kind of having like the thing be pushing for top 10, because I've done the top 10 thing before and I don't think that's ever going to be in the cards again. It's just those players are out of this world. Like, they are superhuman, they are amazing, they're phenomenal, and I'm perfectly fine not being counted as one of them.
Yeah, so, and also 45 tracks is just absolutely killer.
Yeah, I was glad that I went for my top 10 run in the Bowser Tour right before that happened. Oh, plus battles. Like, that's another thing, is I'm not going to do a top 10 run unless battle courses, because isn't it 6 battle courses out of the 45?
4.
Oh, is it 4? Okay, but it's just 2 tracks 2 times, right? Yeah.
So it's like, this tour it's Twilight House again for some reason.
They're not adding new ones. It's still the same. It's Cookie Land, it's that generic one, and then the Spooky House one. That just tour after tour after tour. It's
Yeah.
the same 4 courses. Like, no, it's not.
And
not
it's super boring and like it's demoralizing as well. Like you're like, oh, that was so good. I got like 200 actions. I didn't get a well fought, so I'm like 12k below what I could potentially get. So yeah, no, I'm with you there. Like I would love for them to remove it.
Yeah.
I actually quite enjoy it, like multiplayer. And with the pipes and everything, like it gives me a reason to actually play it, and I quite enjoy it. But the single player is just it's just dire. Like it doesn't work for me. But maybe it's because I'm not skilled enough to actually get these ridiculous scores that people are getting. But yeah, no, 45 tracks, like it's just way too much. I feel even like I think 40 might have been, but even that, yeah, 36 was perfect. Bring it back, I say.
Unpopular opinion. I love battles.
Do you really?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Whoa! Tell me about it. Like, what is it that you enjoy so much about it?
I'll add to it as well. I only love battles when I'm using a coin box driver.
Okay.
It was when it was on that New York and Vancouver tour. I don't know. It just felt like a mini coin box track. Like it didn't feel like a battle. It just felt like, how many coins can you get? And I don't know. I liked it.
Okay, so you're not worrying about trying to pop other people's balloons. All you're doing is just looking for coins the whole entire time, trying to last as long as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't even try for the well fought. I just tried to get the battle to go on as long as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm curious. Is your top score a battle?
Yeah, by about 15k.
Whoa! Nicely done. And that's like a legit battle score. It wasn't.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So was it like a triple coin box frenzy run then?
Probably, I think so. Or like loads of single boxes.
Yeah, it's really hard to remember like what frenzies you get on those once you get your good run. Although I only ever get green shell frenzies. It feels like it, at least.
Right.
Yeah, I think the main thing is like we could have seen New York Minute be more, and that was a bit. I felt like that was a bit more interesting. But with the fact that we're in game.
One.
Basically 3 battle courses on rotation, and you have to play them for hours. Like I remember Anti-Lev saying, like, because he did a top 10 run recently and he got like 97%, but like he spent like a quarter of his time just doing the battle courses and not getting close to what the spreadsheet said. And yeah, they just can go on for ages without getting anything.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No.
Let's start a movement.
Yeah. Well, I know it's getting late there for you guys, so we'll start to wrap up. Usually what we like to do, though, at the end of our Frenzy Fan videos is end with a thankful, grateful, made you happy. Doesn't have to be something like super profound or like a tearjerker or anything. And I apologize that I didn't forewarn you before the episode. But if you guys would feel comfortable, and if not, that's perfectly fine too. If you feel comfortable sharing one, we'd like to invite you to do so. Mine's going to be, I'll go ahead and lead off to give you guys a little bit of time to think. Mine's going to be super silly and not very profound at all, but it felt so good. Last night, I don't know what was going on. I was so tired. Like 8:30 came around and like I couldn't keep my eyes open. I don't know what the deal was, but I was actually like passed out by 9. I think I got like 10 hours of sleep last night. And it felt so glorious. Like I was so happy. It just felt so good. So, I mean,
it's when you hit a certain age, it's like, I think it must be like 35 plus. So Dan, you're probably fine. But like when you get a certain amount of sleep, like over a certain amount, like you just feel so good. And if you can be in bed before 9 o'clock, that's even better, isn't it? Or passed out on your sofa. I don't know where you were when you got that. You first went into the land of Nod, but yeah, sleep is awesome.
It made me happy.
That's a good one. I've got to say, I really like living down the street. I live down. All my neighbors are really nice, really friendly, offer to give you like tools. So my wife reads quite a lot of books about like happiness, and there's a couple of books called like the Book of Huga and Luca. I think it's like a Finnish word or Scandinavian word, and they talk about like community spirit and things like that. And we live down the street where like the whole road is illuminated with Christmas lights, and it's not because for any other reason than like we make money for a charity, like this is Samaritans over here, which is really nice. So people come down the road and they bring their children, and like all the children's faces are like just lit up with smiles. It's really awesome just seeing like, and my daughter, every time we come down that street, which every day after nursery or whatever, she's like, we must walk all the way around the street every single time and do like laps of it to see the lights. And I don't know about over in America, but over here, like the cost of living has definitely gone up. Like I imagine it's the same over where you are. And like, so some people have like scaled back. We definitely have with like the amount of lights, but there's still people who have done it. And it's purely because we want to sort of help the community out and give them a bit of happiness during this time, and also raise a bit of money for charity. So that's made me happy, living in a nice road and having a nice warm home to come into every day. So that's nice.
That's awesome. Hey, do me a favor. Sometime can you take some pictures of your neighborhood, these streets with
I
all
will.
the lights, and post them on the Frenzy Fan, because we have a channel that's Thankful Grateful Made You Happy. If you could post some of those there, I'd love it.
I will put them on, not tonight because everybody else is switched off because they have like mono time.
Yeah,
and it's probably when they actually go to bed. But because we're night owls, mine are still on, so I should probably switch one up. But yeah, I'll do that tomorrow night and post them for you guys.
That'd be great. I'll ping you over the weekend if you forget too, because
please do.
I'm really I really want to check it out. That's really cool. I'm glad you shared that.
Yeah, no, the light pollution in this area is probably not very good. It's nice to look at.
No taking pictures of the Milky Way in your neighborhood.
No.
All right, Dan.
Mine's just a little one. Grateful for this Strat Chat because it made me realize that I still had a Christmas jumper. I didn't know I had this. I was just looking through me wardrobe, panicking, thinking I'm not going to meet the dress code.
And lo and behold, you found one, and it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's the most stylish, I would say. No, it's very beautiful.
That's great. Well, that's awesome. Well, thanks everyone for joining us. And the last thing that I did remember, and I don't know how many people are actually still watching, but I'm curious to see. I want to know how many people end up taking Wintertime to level 8 and end up using him on Snowland. So in this week's ranked, every week we do a survey at frenzyfans.com/MVI for most valuable items. And Wintertime is going to be on Snowland. And I want to see if any people end up voting. I want to see how many people, like what percentage of all the voters end up taking him to 8 and using him on there.
I think the percentage is going to be fairly low. Maybe you and Larry 98 are going to be the only people that can take him to 8. And
so there have been some others on the Discord. I know
really?
Autodrift. He took him to fully maxed. And, I don't know if he votes in the MVIs, but I'll have to bug him. I'll have to put a bug in his ear and make sure that he votes this time.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you haven't ever done an MVI survey, it's real easy. frenzyfans.com/MVI for most valuable items. And then we report on it in the Discord and kind of take a look and see what the trends of all the good valuable items are in Mario Kart Tour. So cool. Well, thanks, Ronnie Cash, Dan,
Leroy Jenkins,
and Alex for joining us tonight on this Strat Chat. And until the next episode, may the frenzies be forever in your favor. See you guys later.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
See you later.